better today. Got better for sure. You know, I'm proud. We really only had one sack. You know, we had no sacks today. The one sack was on Cade. It goes on the stats, but, you know, Cade, he lost a yard, so that counts as a sack on the sprint out. He's got to get rid of that ball. And then last week they only had one sack. You know, one was on DJ. We had 3 sacks, but one was DJ. Had great protection, plenty of time. He just didn't get rid of it. And then one was on our communication. You know, we had signaled it wrong, or half the people were on the wrong signal, and it was the grounding. You know, that was a complete mess, and, you know, that counted as a sack because it was a grounding. So really, offensive lines had 1 sack in 2 games. And, you know, we've been efficient in the passing game. We've been good on the third down. I thought we got better in the run game today, which was good to see. And so, and a little weird. You know, last week we had some very short fields as the nature of turnovers and downs and all that stuff. And then today we had 59 plays. We were good on third down. And we had some explosive plays, but the other team was 10 of 18, and that you don't use it in 35 minutes. So you don't – that's weird for us, right? We haven't really had many games like that. So, you know, it's been good. It's been good. We had one off. I think we had a bad offside, you know, made us 1st and 15 late in the third quarter, I think. So solid. You know, we're not – I mean, we ain't the 4 horsemen yet, or whoever, whatever, but we're getting better, getting better.
You mentioned maybe not making some plays on the balls, just at receiver. Is there anything with some of those 50-50 balls that you see to kind of happening where the plays aren't being?
Yeah, they're making plays. We just really had one guy today that didn't make them. I mean, they were both on the money, you know, just you know, one I thought we didn't go up high enough to get it. I thought we let the ball get right here, and the other one we just it is right here, and we just don't make the catch. So it's concentration and just, you know, going back to and getting your confidence in practice and playing at game speed and all those type of things, truly making them game reps in practice. So, you know, we'll be better. But outside of that, we did some good, you know, Dakari, you know, we got PI. We took a shot with Joe down in the red zone, got held, got PI. So, you know, good things happen. We've been attacking. We've been pushing the ball down the field, and that's been good to see.
Coach, it was a tale of 2 halves, as you mentioned. The offense had a productive first half, and the defense kind of took their turn in the second. I know you've gone over it. What are some of the highlights of the day, and where do you see rooms of improvement or room for improvement? And what do you expect to see come from La Tech next week?
Well, I think La Tech will come in here and be excited to play us, and they'll be a good team, you know, for sure. So throw the ball around. They'll play with tempo. You know, we got to make some adjustments to the tempo. We got to do a better job in the screen game defensively. We got to get off field on third down. We got to tighten the coverage. All right, too many easy completions. So those are things we got to do defensively and offensively. We just got to keep building. We got to just keep. I mean, again, we went 4 out of 5, and I think 5 out of 6 scoring drives. So that's a lot. We've been pretty good, but we gotta not turn it over. We had a critical turnover, and then, you know, so that's 2 games in a row we've had a turnover. We need to eliminate that, and then I think, you know, just let's make a couple more plays that are there. You know, you got to create more plays. Let's just make a couple more plays that are there. There were a couple plays Monday night that we should have made, and there were a couple plays today that we need to make if we're going to get where we want to be. You know, that's the biggest thing I need to see. And then just, again, we're figuring out a lot about our personnel, and just keep growing it. And the special teams, we cannot turn the ball over. You know, we got to be a good decision maker at punt return.
Will Brian go back home to be?
Yeah, he's going to go home, I think, tonight and try to get home for a couple of days. And so we'll just, you know, we'll see what happens from there.
You mentioned the goal line red zone defense. Why do you think that was so good?
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, the field gets shrunk. You know, it's hard down there, man. It becomes a NASCAR event. You get down there. There's no top. You know, you can't take the top off anything because there's an inline. So there's not a lot of room, and we got big bodies that can run, and, you know, so it's good to see us. It's good to see us stand up. You know, it's frustrating when you get some conversions and get down there, but it's even more frustrating when they punch it in. So I'm proud of our guys for doing a really good job in that area, and a lot of good things on tape. And then, again, we had a stop on downs. Had a nice job by Malcolm on the turnover, just rallying to the ball. Great job by Barrett. That's an effort interception because, it's bang, bang, but he's hustling to the ball. And because he's hustling to the ball, he makes that play. So, he's not loafing. And so, there's a lot of good things, but the goal line was awesome. That was good to see. It's good early in the season, to get some experience like that, to get some things on tape. Just going to make us better.
The national media knows all about Brian and Miles, but can you speak on Rook and Trey's performance over the last 2 games?
Yeah, I thought Trey played better last week. Just off the top of my head, I thought they cut him a couple times today. But Trey's a really talented player. I mean, and again, he hadn't really played much. He's been hurt since he came out of high school, had to have the shoulder surgery, and really missed that whole first year. And then last year he got a few games, but then had to be out again, missed all spring. So he's been here a couple of years, but he's a very young player. But man, he is explosive. He's quick twitch. He's got instincts for the game. He's an awesome kid. And so he can be as good as any of them. He's got it all, so just a young player that is flashing, and it's fun to see that. And then Rook is a monster. Rook's a great player, and he is what this game's all about. When he first got here, the guy played 2 years of high school football, junior, senior year. He was a basketball player, and he goes out up there in Detroit as a junior and senior, and athletically people kind of notice him, and man, he couldn't even hardly get in a stance when he got here. He didn't hardly know anything about football, and he is a example of when you're talented and you got great work ethic and talent or character to go with it. Usually that ends up in a good place, and that's who he is. He's a great young man. He's relentless with his effort. His work ethic is special, and he's incredibly talented. And what he's done in the weight room and in the film room, mentally, he can play. He can play for anybody. He is a problem in there, and proud of him.
Monte K. Clark showed up for the first time. Another guy's been injured his
Yeah.
career. And what do you say about his development and where he's at right now?
Could be as good as anybody, and same thing. He missed his whole freshman year and then hurt again. So it's exciting to see him, because we're going to need him. We got a bunch of old heads in there going to be gone, and he is a big, big man. But he's still just every rep he gets is a huge positive because he's got a lot of ability. I'm really proud of him. And then Peyton Page, E.T., all those guys. It's a really deep and good group, and we're going to need them all as we go through this season.
Coach, have you been able to follow afar kind of Chase Brice's success that he had with App State last year and early this season?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Heck, I look up the spring game, he's on the sideline. He's wanting to call plays. So, I love Chase Brice, man. He's a great kid. He's a Clemson graduate. He's graduated here in 3 years, and then it's been fun. Obviously it was North Carolina, right? That was a wild game, whenever that was, and to go to Texas A&M, and win. That ain't easy. But what an unbelievable win, for App State and for Chase. That's something I know he'll never ever forget. He was with us. Well, I don't know if he traveled that game or not. I can't remember. He would have traveled. He'd been a redshirt freshman. Trevor was a true freshman. So he'd been out there. So he didn't get to play, but I'm sure that was he had a good vision for it. So what an amazing. I didn't get to see any of it, obviously, but what an amazing win. Good to see him having great success. He's awesome. And he's Coach Kahn's nephew. So he's family.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom? this is Pete Yakabelli from the AP.
Hey, Pete.
Been a couple of days since you agreed to that new contract. That's got to be pretty gratifying that the university values you that way. And it seems like it's been 100 years since people joked about the coupon coach coming to Clemson. Way back when.
Coupon coach? Well, I hadn't heard that one. That must be your own saying there, Pete. Must be what you tweeted out. I don't know if they had Twitter in 08. I don't know if they had, did they have Twitter in 08? I don't think so. Did they? I don't know. That must have been what you put out. I heard that, coupon coach. Well, you know, in my office, I look at it every day. I've got my ESPN D+ hire. That's why I look at it every day. Every time I walk into work, I'm a D+ hire. And I also, you know, got that picture of that little cat that sees the tiger. And I'm thankful that, you know, I've had a lot of great people around me, a bunch of great players that have bought in. I mean, I'm a product of belief. Believing in myself, believing in you know, my vision for Clemson and what I thought that we could do here, even when no one else believed. But more importantly, I'm thankful for you know, all those players who believed, all those coaches who believed and have put an amazing amount of work in. I mean, we got this is a special place, and again, you know, that was something that Graham, I had not, you know, you find out a lot when it's easy when things are great, right? You win in national championships and, you know, all this stuff. But, you know, Graham, when he got the job, he called my agents in December. And, you know, I'm getting ready for the Cheez-It Bowl. And got a bunch of coaches leaving and right, and the world's falling in at Clemson. And, you know, we're never going to stop anybody or get a first down or maybe win a game again. And, you know, or get another recruit. And, man, he called my agents in December, and they called me and said, hey, the new AD called us, and here's what he said. And it was really their timeline, and, you know, I'm as I said, man, just incredibly, you know, blessed and honored to be here and call this our home. You know, it was amazing. Today was amazing. I got to see Clay out there today. The kid's 19 years old. For 19 years of his life, he's been coming to Clemson games. And for today, he got to run down the hill for the first time in his life. He got to dress out for the Tigers. And, you know, it's just surreal. It really is. I mean, it's surreal. I don't take it for granted. I just appreciate every ounce of every moment. I mean, from the bus ride in to driving by Max to coming through Pendleton to seeing the tailgates to, man, just people walking to the game, the Tiger Walk. I mean, I was talking to some of our staff because a lot of our staff were a part of that first Tiger Walk. We'll never forget that. I didn't even know if anybody was going to show up. And now we're getting ready to make Tiger Walk a landmark. You know, we're going to start on. We've started, but we're going to finish it we're going to start in November and finish it by next year. I mean, it's just is. It's been an unbelievable journey. You know, and you know, I'm only 52. Got a long way to go. I'm learning. I'm getting better. I'm a better coach now than I was in 08, that's for sure. And hopefully I can, you know, keep improving.
Dabo, downstairs, Brian cited the culture and family culture that you have cultivated here as one of the reasons he came here. And at the same time, he embraced it today about how you guys have taken him and put his arms around him. How do you get that message across to these kids when they come here to visit you?
Well, I mean, it's just who we are. It's you know, I'm on year 20 here, and I mean, it's just woven into our DNA. I mean, Clemson is family, and it's just something that, I mean, when I got the job, I felt like we were disconnected, and that was like one of my number one goals was to just bring people together and to connect us once again, and to be in tune to, you know, the community, to, you know, our fans. That's why you know, that's why I did Tiger Walk, you know, because I felt like we just showed up and walked in, and we didn't really understand. You know, people drive hours and hours and hours to see us play, and they don't care who we play. They care how we play, you know, and it don't matter. They're not coming to see anybody in that other locker room. They're coming to see the Tigers. And I've met so many people over, you know, going on 20 years now that didn't even go to Clemson, but they're Clemson family. You know, but their kids came here. Well, and then the kids left and they stayed. And then for the rest of their life, it's a family reunion every weekend. You know, everybody just meets up. And it's one of the most unique environments in college football. I mean, Clemson is family. It's an amazing place. I mean, it oozes from the streets. This place is special. The people are special, as they say. There's something special in those hills. It just is. And they say there's something different about Clemson, and there is something different. And it's the people. And then for us, we tapped into that, and we built our football program that way. You know, we're very much a relationship-driven place. And when you come here, you can't fabricate that. You just can't, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of places that you hear the message, but here you truly feel it and you see it. And I think that makes us unique.
Dabo, somebody just asked me if they can get that L shirt, how they can help Brian.
Yeah, I know Tigertown made them up on a short notice for us, Tigertown Graphics. So, they just made them for the team, but maybe they'll make some more. I don't know, but I think Chris Bandy over at Tiger, they did it, and it was just something that, you know, we just wanted to do something for Brian, and we really wanted to do it for Ellen. We were trying to surprise her today, and man, it was just gut wrenching to be at the emergency room with the family yesterday, and you know that she wasn't able to be with us today as planned. But maybe God willing, she'll have another opportunity somewhere down the road. But you know, his grandmother was able to be. There was about 100 people coming, and so most of them stayed back. And you know, Ella and her mom, Megan, she was able to ride back with her, and then Richie and Kendall and Bailey, you know, they were able to fly on back and get there and meet them. So just a beautiful family that is really, really walking through a tough time right now. And again, one of the sweetest young ladies you could ever meet. Strong, unbelievable joy in her heart, you know, even in the midst of this battle that she's got. It's just been incredible. But, you know, again, just wanted to just find a way that we could put our arms around them, you know, and just, I know they know that, but just make sure they know that, hey, we're right here with you, and, you know, all the way.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thank y'all.